Welcome back to Journey to Novelist. This channel is devoted to new writers and those writers new to pursuing the goal of becoming a published author. Now, this particular playlist is devoted to the two Camp NaNoWriMo events for the year 2022. The first of these happened in April, and before that event I had a random number generator that I used to randomly select two projects for use in the camp events and two of the softwares I've been taking a look at in the playlist software for under $30. Now, the software chosen was a software called Quoll Writer, which I did use for the entire month of April for that Camp NaNoWriMo event, and I found it to be a pretty good software for the price point of free. It does work on a Windows system, and I found it had quite a few features that were helpful when trying to write a novel. It's an older program, but if you want to see how it did for me, then go ahead and look at some of the other videos in this particular playlist, those that happened in April and May, to get a look at how that software worked. Now, the project was a project called Third Blood Moon, and I got to around 30,000 words in that. Now, I had originally wanted to get 50,000 words and to complete a first draft with all the major plot points. I did not complete that. I got partway into the story and extended it even into May before I decided that I really wanted to change the story a bit. I do feel I made progress and got a pretty good handle on what I wanted to do with that story. I've reset my goal for that story to try to complete it by the end of the year. That is, by December 31st of 2022. So I will be getting back to that later in the year. Now, we're 2 days away from the July Camp NaNoWriMo. It is currently June 29th, and I'm trying to get ready for that July event. Now, the random project that was selected originally was a project called Ship of Ages, which I later decided to abandon because it's a science fiction story and it was kind of an old style science fiction story, and I really don't like writing them, so I decided to go ahead and just abandon that project. It's still listed in my projects, although it is not active or on hold, but rather just simply dropped. I randomly had it select a new project for me, and the new project was a project called Stalking the Cat. And this project I previously started. If I look at my NaNoWriMo entries, you can see that I originally started writing on it in July of 2013. And according to the NaNoWriMo website, I should have around 19,200 words for this story written. It was a fantasy mystery story because what it did is it had a female protagonist that was a panther shifter, and during this story someone tries to kill her and she doesn't know why or who, and she gets involved with two detectives who help her try to figure this out. And I remember that much of the story. So before the 2 days is up, before we hit July 1st, I need to start on this story. I have to do a couple things. And one of the major things is to try to find this 19,000 words because I can't find the file. I've done some looking and I have not found it yet. Now, if I do not find the previously written words for the story, obviously I will have to pick a new story. Now, I had been planning to work on this story. I even created a cover for this story, which I will show you later, because that's what I did as sort of a break from writing during the month of June, is I was playing around with cover design. So using Photoshop, the Adobe product Photoshop, to try to design somewhat of a working cover for this particular story. So I have that updated and it is on my background and you'll see it in a little while. But I need to try to find that 19,000 words. Now, I believe I also had the random number generator select a software for me to try out for July. I cannot find my record of what software was chosen. Plus, I have also looked at some other software since I did that random number generator, So I want to go ahead and bring back a random number generator again. And over here on this side of my screen here, you can see I have 8 different softwares listed that are all during that review of software under $30. And I'm going to randomly select one of these to use for the July project. Now, any of these programs, if I start using them and one weekend I find that they're not working at all, I will drop them and move everything into another program and continue on in that. So for right now, let's go ahead and spin my random wheel here to pick one of these other softwares. As I said, I have 8 of them. I have my random number generator set to 8. They are Quoll Writer, New Novelist 3, Writer 7, Babisco, Shakespeare, Writeway Pro, StoryWeaver, and Snowflake Pro. And all of these are in that playlist for software under $30 in the various parts, and you can find links to download them. And they are all under $30 without needing a subscription and run on a Windows system. So let's go ahead and spin and see what it wants me to use. And it's picking number 7. So number 7 is down here. It is a software called StoryWeaver. Now let's go ahead and look at StoryWeaver and see what it has to offer here. We have the various softwares up here. Snowflake Pro was here, that's been eliminated. Writer, eliminated. Babisco, eliminated. Writeway Pro, eliminated. And that leaves this one, StoryMind, which is the StoryWeaver software. So this software is what I will try to use. As you see, it is quite an older style software, but it does have some step-by-step way of going through, so I will try to use that for my story development. And it does have a writing area here to the right. So I will at least give it a shot for the first week, and if I don't like it, I will move on to another software. So I will just go ahead and select that second software now. So I'll bring back my number generator and I will remove the choice for 7 and spin it again. So if StoryWeaver doesn't work for me, I will try out Quoll Writer here. And I believe I have that open. I don't think I do have that open. This program right here, I will try that one. So those are the 2 I will possibly try during the July camp. So for July, I'm going to work on a project called Stalking the Cat, if I can find the original 19,000 words to start from. And I'm going to use the software StoryWeaver for at least the first week. If that doesn't work, I will move to Quoll Writer. So that's a little review of what I'm going to do. I will try to put to use some of the template here in the StoryWeaver software. See if that helps me. I'm also going to go ahead and use some sources such as Karen Woodward here has a blog about the structure of a mystery, so I'm going to read through some of this, hopefully get some insight into what I should do to make sure I have all the points necessary for a mystery story. I also believe I might have a book on mystery stories, so I will look to see if I have that. It's not a true mystery. It's more of a cross between a mystery and a crime novel. So I will have to look up and see sort of what kind of plot points I need to hit for that. and I'll try to build those into my story. So I'm going to do that, and I'll put that link to that blog post in the video description, as well as a link to the StoryWeaver software, and of course to the NaNoWriMo site, so in case you want to join the July Camp NaNoWriMo along with me. Now, I did say that I had worked on a cover for this particular story. I'm going to close this and I will show you what my cover looks like. And this is my cover for the story Stalking the Cat, which compared to my original cover is quite a bit better. So if I don't end up working on Stalking the Cat, obviously I won't leave this cover as my backdrop for the rest of the July videos. I think what I will do is I will actually start a new cover if I end up changing stories, and you will see me progress through building a cover as we go. And that is what I have planned for July. Now, so I will have another video tomorrow to let you know whether or not I find that 19,000 words. And if I don't, we will select a new story for me to work on and get ready for a new cover. So let me know what you think of this particular cover. Let me know what you think about the software. So come back and join me later in July. I will try to post at least a couple of times a week. I do plan to post tomorrow as well, just so you can know whether or not I actually found this 19,000 words. So join me in July for the Camp NaNoWriMo July 2022 event.